Hello one and all, and welcome to the Palladian Academy. Feed the Beast. I Palladian PD, I'm your host. And monumental news. Monumental formcraft stuff has been happening. Yes indeed. I still have my factory area kind of down here. Don't worry, it's going to get moved eventually, just not right now. But I have this in my inventory. Now, why do you think I might have that in my inventory? I'll give you a couple of guesses. I must have made a new wand focus. Well, yes and no. I shall show you in a second. Oh look, some Peches. And what's this? He looks like a wand Petch. Now, he isn't befriended right now. But he was. And look what he gave me. Loads of awesome shit. Check this stuff out. He gave me a portal gun. And 3 Peches Curse foci. Now, these are not fantastically awesome in terms of functionality. But they are very cool to have, I think. Because it's not the kind of thing that you would just have lying around. Frugal and potency this thing can get. Okay, let's get the wand out and try this thing out. Let's try this baby out. Oh yeah. So we do it. Alright, need to find a mob. As we know from experience, this is quite difficult. Do we have any mobs in this desert? I saw some here before, earlier today. Aha! Okay, so this is supposed to give him some debuffs. Whoa, that looks cool. Whoa. Oh, kill the creepers. Ow. Whoa, there's area of effect. That's pretty cool. Okay, so maybe the skeleton is not affected by it, because they look like poison debuffs. And I know that they are weakness debuffs. Maybe. That's cool. I wonder if you can scan that projectile as well. Look at it go! Looks freaking epic. Let's see if we can very quickly do this. No. Probably not scannable, but you can always try. Alright, so I got myself a Peches Curse focus, which is... Aha! Another meteorite. Always pick these up, because... well, moonstone isn't really a problem anymore. I still don't really have very much of it. Although, I will show you in a moment, there is a place where you can get huge amounts of moonstone. If you get a bit lucky, you can collect enormous quantities of moonstone, as much as you could ever possibly want. As you can see, I've got 10 blocks and 17, so little bit. Oh yeah, the last focus book is for this thing, which you need a Peches Curse to make. And since all of these things are pretty easy to get, as are these things, and this thing is really hard to get, even though the wand focus of mending isn't really that useful to me, again, it's just a cool item to have. I think it's worth making it. It may not be part of my normal focus sort of pouch idea. What am I doing? Oh yeah, I want to go visit someplace. Let me show you something pretty damn awesome. Let's put this away, keep it safe. I have a cultivated a habit now of keeping my tools inside various pouches, just to keep things safe. It's just a precautionary measure. Pretty unlikely that anything bad's going to happen, but still, something bad has happened in the past, so it's worth having a look at. Yeah. So let's go down here. I think it is over here somewhere. Past the skeleton spawner. And then, ooh, look at that. There's bedrock. I wonder where that could lead. Bedrock portal, you see that? That's what forms when you use this guy, the Ichorium. This is actually the awakened Ichorium pickaxe. I renamed it Ichorium pick because the Kami names are just too damn long. And as you can see, I have spent a little bit of time here doing a bit of exploration and digging. And look at this, Certus quartz, and if I dig down, that will go all the way down to bedrock, and we are at level 256, the ceiling is anyway. Also, you can get here every different type of ore. So there's malachite, which I can't find anywhere in my world, and there's other ores which are extremely hard to get or rare or just impossible to find. I know I found some topaz at some point. This was let's see what this was. Oh yeah, ferrous ore, because I want to build with ferrous blocks because they look so damn awesome. They just look fantastic. I love the way they look. So I don't feel embarrassed about digging out this sort of thing. I have found a diamond ore vein. I've kind of been thinking that I might not dig it out because it will severely reduce the value of diamonds, even though this is my single player world and it doesn't really matter, but still. Okay, there's coal. It's a bit boring, but yeah, there you go. There's a good example. Forestry copper ore. Now, that's not super awesome because, okay, there's copper you can get anywhere, but it has the different ores from different mods, and I'm pretty sure you should be able to find industrial craft copper as well. There's some more forestry copper, there's some apatite. Here we have more apatite, lead, amber. This would make a ton of amber. That would be just a stupid amount of amber. Here we go. Biomes of plenty ruby. And look at this. Sunstone ore. More sunstone than you could ever possibly want. Here's some factorization silver. And the way this works is if you dig... let me demonstrate with this diamond ore vein. Okay, so if we dig the blocks themselves, we get like a 5x5, like that. And we get loads of diamonds, obviously. If we dig the bedrock, it's like an instant break. So you can dig down to bedrock surprisingly far. I wonder if that's all there is to it. Oh no, it's not. Still loads of diamond. Whoa, leg spike. So yeah, but I did state that I'm not really interested in digging out massive amounts of diamonds, because I have enough really, but I may come along here and just go crazy at some point. Here's malachite, and there's another diamond ore vein. So what I'm looking for in here is the stuff needed to make this thing, ancient staff. Ancient. Why can I type ancient? This stuff. So you make it with these components. This guy needs a ruby and a topaz. So I know I saw some topaz and some ruby. Whoa, okay. That's a bit interesting. You can die. Is it me or do they not seem aggro? What the heck? They're not aggroing me. Weird. Okay, sunstone. Again, I have kind of enough of it, but I may get some. I also recently found out sunstone. You know how in the nether you see it in pools of lava at the surface? Well, it's not just at the surface, it's at all levels in the pools of lava. So if you are short of sunstone, go in there with like a hazmat suit or something and use a sponge to pick up the lava, or just drain it away using some other method. And then, aha, here we go, ruby. I know I saw you. So we got a bunch of rubies, and that is awesome. This is obviously also a place where you could very quickly fill up your inventory, so it's important to have storage system connected, as I do. But my storage system is not yet an applied energistic system, so not quite there yet. You know what? While I am here, I want some copper, because industrial craft is coming. It's official. I'm going to start industrial craft very, very soon, and that is going to require the mother of all copper supplies, because that's interesting, because I want to make me a nuclear reactor, and I'm probably going to run my applied energistic system off the nuclear reactor actually, or maybe make matter. I'm not sure exactly what I want to do yet. I definitely want to make a nuclear power plant though. I've been looking into the configuration. I've figured out my own configuration that I like for my own use, that I'll share with you guys if you're interested. And yeah, so that's my plans. I'm pretty sure if I aggro him, he'll attack me, so I don't really want to do that. Now I need to know where I came from. I think it's this direction. Topaz. Oh, I know I have topaz. So you can make. Ooh, hello. Yeah, that's the other thing. Ghasts actually do spawn in here. Muleteers. 4. Nice. Let's see. So that requires ruby and topaz, and this is malachite and peridot. Peridot I haven't found yet. Sapphire and tanzanite, neither of which I found. So I'm gonna have to look around here a fair bit. Hopefully find some pretty interesting stuff. Maybe a moonstone vein, maybe a what's it called now? Firestone. Firestone could be very interesting. And to get out, up we go. And we end up in the middle of the swamp. So, that is a good deal of what I've been doing recently. I will also show you, I've been grinding. Where hat is that? Whatever hat it is, apparently I already have it. Nah, might as well get the ink. I'm always using a lot of ink. The magic mods seem to like the use of written books, which is, you know, it's fair enough. I like the use of written books too. I think in vanilla Minecraft they don't really have much of a purpose. So as you can see, my Peches are still here. What I did was, I went down here, stuck them in this auto spawner, and then spawned a bunch until I had all 3 varieties, and then I used jailer's nets to catch them and put them in here. Now, these guys don't seem to be all that useful. Like, I fed them a bunch of silver and they didn't give me any friendshipness. On the other hand, this guy, I just fed a little bit of silver and he was friends with me straight away. Okay, so let's just talk about this Petch trading mechanic for a second, because it's something that it was behaving a little bit interesting. It behaves the way you think it should. So what happens is well, let's see if I can demonstrate. You get a trading screen with them. Okay, here we go. So he's friends with me now. You can see he's got the green sparkles, like a villager. And this is, I don't know if it's time dependent or number of trades dependent, but what you basically do is you stick something in here, and you click the dice, and he gives you a bunch of random stuff based on the value that you put there. So if you put a more valuable item in there, he'll give you better stuff. So all of this awesome stuff I basically got using the gold blocks. And gold blocks are a good choice. They're probably not the best choice. I think the best choice is stuff like sapphire blocks, because those you don't really have any use for. Once you've made, you know, a few sapphire tools, you've progressed beyond the basic tools in Feed the Beast. You don't need them anymore. So there's no real need to have sapphire blocks or, you know, ruby blocks. So what I want to do is grab a few. Unfortunately, peridos don't have like the lucrum aspect. But anyway, see, they have 10 lucrum. Emeralds have more, but I think that would be a bit of a waste. So sapphire, ruby. I think sapphire is probably the best choice. Initially I thought, well, I'll just give him silver ingots because they have lucrum and they're like really cheap compared to other things that have lucrum. This was before I realized about the emerald blocks. I mean the sapphire blocks and stuff. So yeah, you can see he's still happy to trade with me. So we shove it in there and go boom, and we get awesome stuff. So that trade wasn't actually particularly fantastic, but if we trade with him some more, maybe he'll give us more stuff. All of this stuff is Petch trading, so you should be able to realize. Ooh, okay, so now he's fed up with trading with us. He still gave us stuff, but that was the last trade that he was going to give us stuff for. So he gave us a focus pouch, he gave us that, and some potions, I think. So they have a finite number of trades, and the more valuable, or the higher the lucrum aspect on the item that you trade with them in the trading window, the better the materials they'll give you. At the start I was just trading silver ingots and I was getting mana beans and I was getting shards, and I was like, okay, well, I want the Peches curse and I'm not getting it. So I did like 4 or 5 trades that way, and I thought, okay, let's change this up, and I used a gold block and instantly awesome stuff. Didn't get the Peches curse straight away, but you know, 2 or 3 trades later, bam, there it was. I also got a Thormonomicon, so you know. And this focus pouch is actually quite useful now because I've got these Petch curse foci and I don't really have any place for them. Although, you know, I'm going to use one to make. In fact, why don't we do that now? I've already got the golden apple because the Petch gave it to me, so let's do it. Oh yeah, and Sano, we need Sano. So we have huge amounts of Sano that we can get from these potions. 6, 12 will do. Now my inventory is a bit cluttered right now, so I may just clear up a little bit and then I'll be back. And we're making it. We're making the one focus of restoration or whatever it's called. I actually don't really care what it's called. I don't really care about it. I don't care about having it as an item that's useful. But it is nice to be able to make it, because it's, you know, it's a trophy item. That's what this is. This is a trophy item. Give me my trophy. And then we can probably at least get frugal and possibly potency on this. Haha! Yep. Absolutely correct. So focus, and this time I want you. And this heals me up. But there's nothing to heal me from, so let's take some damage. I've still got the flight buff. I don't think I'll be able to take full damage. Yeah, okay. Let's stand against a cactus. That's probably the easiest way to do it. Meow. Okay. So we're at half health. So it heals half a heart, and how much V does it take? 0.36 apparently. 80% V cost. I wonder if it takes, you know what, I think it actually does take less V to cast stuff when you're wearing the mage robes. I mean when you're wearing the this costume down here. Let's try it out. Let's take everything. Okay, that works too. So now what does it say? 70% cost. You know, that's not correct, is it? It shouldn't be 70%, it should be less, because I've got frugal as well as the robes. That's one thing that's been bothering me actually. Ever since the crash, it doesn't seem to know that frugal does stuff to reduce V cost. Even though it's actually reducing it for the cast in terms of no more flight buff. Yeah. This is mostly how I've been leveling up Ars Magica lately. Just keep flying and speeding around. Eventually I'll get to level 90, and then it's time to fight the Fire Guardian. Oh yeah. So cool, got my foci, and that's very fun. Let's look at something else. What we should do? Put the foci. No, actually, the smart way is to do that, and then that, and then that. Cool. I seem to remember that you could do a shift click of the armor stand, and then it would like. No, that's my armor. Okay, I do that. If you shift and then control clicked it, no, it doesn't change everything, it just changes one thing. Okay. I thought that if you control shift clicked it, it would swap out all your armor pieces, but apparently not. Alright, I'll be back. Alright, to round this episode out, I'm going to fight the nature boss, but first I'm going to create a new spell that is very cool, and I want to show it to you because it's awesome. Focus, essence, and a rune. That should be ender pearl, yes. Go. Parchment. Oh, there was no spell finishing play thingamajig. We don't need that book there anymore. It now belongs in our book receptacle of all justice. Now this is called Blink. I think I might. Let's see what's a cool. Maybe one of these, although because it's Blink, really, one of the eye ones would be good. Maybe this one here. Basically what this does is it teleports you forward a short space. Let me show you. Isn't that cool? So now you can get through walls, and that's the low cast. I wonder if increasing the cast gets you further. Yes, it does. Okay. So you can get through walls and past objects. So if I'm over here, I want to get over there. I don't really feel like using the jump key. I just do that. Cool. Hehehehe. Ooh, sneeze. Alright, so we must get ready to fight the nature boss, and that means I shouldn't cast things at low. I should cast them at full. But first let's put the blink spell in here. It's another utility spell. I think what I might do is have a second spellbook with my utility spells in, because it's looking like that is necessary. Ugh. Talk to me about marble bricks. Okay, it's now night time. I think I might sleep and then be back. Okay, I really don't remember making this 5x5 hole, but it'll do. What we need to do is set this to release. I've got dryads in these safari nets, which I spawned in my auto spawner. So I'll pump out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Deselect that. Let's put you back in there. And yeah, everything there can stay in my inventory. Okay, we want the flight buff, we want the speed buff, and we want my this is quite possibly my favorite Ars Magica spell, Mana Shield. The reason why it's so awesome is because when you take damage, okay, so it uses your mana instead of using your health to absorb the damage. But that's actually not the best part. The best part is that you don't get knockback, and you don't get the the damage thing, where you slow down and you stop sprinting and you're unable to jump. All that stuff that makes it really hard to engage in any kind of combat when you're taking damage, it doesn't do. So I find that really awesome. Also, if I'm flying in human mode, I can do critical hits. And hopefully, there it is. Ooh, he's taking suffocation damage. Okay, well that's not very sporting. Get out of there. I need to attack him from a distance to make him teleport to me. Let's use that. I may regret that decision, but there we go. Whoa, what was that? Okay, so, whoa, okay, my mana's taken a massive hit there. I don't know if it's because I was firing stuff, but the Nature Guardian, if you don't know, is susceptible to fire damage, takes twice as much damage as any other kind of damage method. And it looks like I'm doing pretty well. So you can knock me back because he's got that knockback attack, but his damage attack, you see his attacks, whoa, okay, that is one heck of a mana drain. Did you see that? That's freaking insane. Okay, let's do a bit of this. Okay, so we gotta look out for his insane mega twirly bird attack, because that's just stupid. I don't want that. Of course, I'm opening up my... Good way to attack these guys is just to retreat a lot. I think what's happening with the mana shield is it is absorbing the damage before my armor absorbs it. No, don't do that. Ooh. See, half my mana's gone right there. Just in that little... Okay, fighting him in the desert may not have been the ultimate choice. Mana's getting quite low, but fortunately I can regenerate it easily. It's really nice not to take damage, actually. That is pretty damn awesome, even though it is pretty brutal on your mana supply. Yeah, see, there we go. He's spent all my mana again, but fortunately I can regenerate really fast. As I said before, my goal with these fights is to mainly or only use Ars Magica technology and spells and vanilla stuff, because it's more sporting and that's the way it's supposed to be done. Red skill point, which I actually don't need because I've got all the research. So let's head back to base, and I want to show you a quick thing before I go, which is Ars Magica related. You know how I said that I lost my Ars Magica research in when the world went all broken? Well, I had done some extra stuff. Let me show you. Silver skills. Yes, indeed. I have all of the silver spell skills. So eventually I'll make spells for them. But right now I can't really be bothered because I don't really need them. This red orb is actually not useful to me anyway because there's no more red researches to do, as you can see. So I'm probably not gonna eat it. I'm not sure actually. Maybe I'll just store them up and see how many I have when I eventually get all of the Guardian things. If I ever get them. I'm starting to despair about that a little bit. Anyways, I don't want to end on a negative note, so thank you all very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. I certainly have. It's been Palladian PD, and I am out.